as Irvine mentioned, I'm the founder of Tajan Renderas Coaching. So I'm a certified life coach and a speaker and a trainer. And my work primarily involves working with young women particularly, and providing personal development workshops that are combined with student success coaching and creating basic environments where young women can learn and apply a lot of principles that are really needed, yet not necessarily taught in school or at home, where young women can really get this opportunity to learn what they need to learn in order to thrive in adulthood or in college or in whatever they choose to do as they move on in life. So I'm here today to talk about just the 5 stages of getting to the next level in a relationship. Now, this is not necessarily linear. There's no particular order of how this may happen. In some cases, you may move through stages really fast. In some stages, it may be really slow. But the idea is just to kind of talk a little bit about what those 5 stages look like. So the first stage is understanding and accepting the fact that you're in relationship with somebody for the purpose of your own growth and for the growth of your partner. And so the dominant culture basically gives us this message that you're in a relationship to find a wife, either to have a baby, a family, or this or that, and that's it. But in truth and in fact, you really attract somebody to you and you choose somebody for you that is uniquely designed to help you grow, which is why there's so much friction, which is why you attract somebody to you and there's some conflict, there's some tension. This is why opposites attract. And if you are in a position where you either misunderstand that or just reject that notion, then it can feel like an uphill battle. It can feel like a struggle. Because what ultimately is going to happen is your partner is going to be calling out areas in your life that still need growth, that still need some attention. So for example, I had a friend of mine that was married to this wonderful woman, and they were a really ideal match for each other, but it just became them kind of seeing areas in each other where there was still healing that needed to happen. It ended up being an attack thing. Instead of one partner being able to identify issues in the other partner that still needed resolution, it became more of like, well, you're too defensive. Well, you always want to play the victim. You this, you that. And it just became nasty, just kind of nasty, attacking back and forth. And just really crazy power dynamic and power struggle that just made that relationship and that marriage dissolve. You just couldn't survive. Neither of them were willing to accept that maybe, just maybe, your partner might be identifying something that you need to work on. They were just not going to go there. And so that relationship dissolved, but they were really kind of ideally suited for each other, honestly. But if you're in a place where you've accepted that, you understand that you've accepted it, then the second stage is really a detoxification stage. When you think of any cleanse, for those of you who've gone any kind of cleanse, the first thing that happens when you cleanse is a detox phase, where you might feel a sore throat, you might get achy, you might feel detox symptoms, which really come about because all that toxicity is coming up so that it can be released, witnessed and released and get out of your system. And the same can happen when people really start to commit and get closer. I don't mean like a casual relationship, but if you're really trying to build with somebody, their stuff is gonna start to show up real quick. All of a sudden, and especially when people get married, my mom used to say to me, don't get married and go change. Married women change. Married women change on you. Because all of a sudden, just because of the commitment, a lot of unhealed wounds for women and men start coming up out to the surface, right? But the difference between a casual relationship and a committed one is that you're basically saying to your partner, I am willing to witness your personal development process and my personal development process and whatever emotional turmoil that may come out of that. But we are committing to stay in the room. Nobody's leaving the room here because we know that that's a part of what this is about. It's not just rainbows and sunshine. A part of what we're doing is to grow. I'm here to help you grow. You're here to help me grow. So when all of that stuff comes up, you understand that it's a part of it, and you hold on to each other and hold through that, right? Because the next stage that must happen is healing and intimacy. Now, the ability to really move into the healing and intimacy stage is directly dependent upon how willing you are to be vulnerable with your partner, how willing you are to tell the truth about what the underlying hurt is that's at the root of the toxicity that you're seeing. So if you are a man and you're in a relationship with a woman who's controlling, she wants to check your phone, she don't trust you, she wants to check up all of this and that, that's the surface level toxicity. But if you get to the root of it, well, I don't feel like I can really trust any man because I couldn't trust my father. My father abandoned me. And so if my own father can't take care of me, how can I trust you? The root, right? And so being in a relationship with somebody is an opportunity to tell the truth about the root causes, the root issues that underlie all of that toxic stuff you see at the top. And if you can tell the truth to each other and be vulnerable, then healing can take place. Healing cannot take place if we're still lying, if we're still telling incomplete truths to each other. This is why when therapists work with couples and there's some kind of infidelity or cheating, most couples will say after they go through therapy that they're way closer post-infidelity than before it. Why? Because you have to tell the truth. You're in therapy, you're going to be telling the truth to each other. And all of those lies are removed. And once all the lies are removed, you just come closer, right? So again, the healing, the intimacy that you're craving is really dependent upon how vulnerable you're willing to be. And then after that, the natural next step is to forgive each other. Forgiveness is the kind of next natural stage. Because once I'm telling the truth, you're telling the truth, then I can kind of see you soul to soul and say, okay, I forgive you for where you fall short. I can forgive myself for where I've fallen short. And forgiveness is really removing whatever stands between you and your partner. It just removes those obstacles. And we're all wanting to have the kind of relationship where it's not just about laying naked physically in front of your partner, but being emotionally also naked and still being able to be witnessed and held with love despite all the imperfections and everything else that might be there. So forgiveness is the next stage. Again, removing what stands between you and your partner. And then finally is choosing a new way to be, choosing love, choosing to try on a new thing, especially in the case where a positive, loving relationship was never modeled to you, you never saw that growing up, you never had that in your family or what have you. Then it's a matter of trying a new thing and choosing love and choosing to embody what you actually want to desire in a relationship. So Marianne Williamson says this quote that I think is helpful. She says, only what you're not giving can be lacking in any situation. So if you want a friend, right? Like, oh my gosh, I can't stand Boston. It's so hard to meet people here. I don't have any friends. Be a friend. Be friendly and watch friends come to you. Oh, he's not romantic, blah, blah, blah. Well, you be romantic. You turn up your game and watch him come around and vice versa. If you want more respect, you be respectful and watch the respect come back. Be what you want in this relationship. Embody that and watch it come to you. So your ability to kind of move through these stages is dependent on your willingness to change. And for a lot of people, you may spend your whole relationship in just the detox stage of just spewing toxicity back and forth. And you may have a partner that just tolerates that. Right? No way to live. There is another stage. And so for many people, really, they can't move through those stages on their own, and they need the outside help of a professional in order to do so. So if there's anybody who's curious about coaching or interested in working with a coach, I'm definitely extending a complimentary session to anybody in the room who's interested in that. You can just come find me at the back and we can get you signed up for that if you're interested. as well as interested in any other personal development workshops that I provide. So again, just to quickly recap, once you get to a place where you understand and accept that part of the reason why you're in a relationship with somebody is for your own growth and for their own growth, once you actually start to tell the truth, tell the truth that you don't want to tell the truth that you think your partner can't handle, to really get at what the core is of your wounding, then naturally healing and intimacy will happen. And then naturally from that, you'll be able to forgive each other for where you've fallen short. And then it's a matter of creating a new paradigm, creating new loving connection with your partner, new loving words, new loving engagement, trying on a new thing. And Hajai is going to talk a lot more about communication and loving communication and being able to communicate to your partner in a way that feels good for them. In much more detail than I will tonight. There is always another ascension to your relationship. I don't care how long you've been in a relationship with somebody, there's always another level. There's always a deepening as it relates to love. So I encourage you to do your work so that you can be moving through these stages quickly rather than just languishing in one. So thank you.